one of the problems with Burke's approach and the critique of abstract reason in general is that there are dangers to allowing a lot of exceptions. I've presented exceptions as something that protects the local, the particular, the different against fanatics who want this uniform rules on absolutely everything. But it goes both ways, right? Sometimes there are strong protections we put in place and make absolute for a reason, right? We have an extremely strong commitment to free speech in America. Now there are some settled exceptions. Obscenity is one. To some extent, commercial speech, fighting words, there's a number of things. Now, I want to tend to add racism to the list. Right? But there's problems here, because I start saying, well, yeah, I want to add racism to the list. But of course, there's other people that want to say, well, we shouldn't, communism was too dangerous. Communists need to be added on the list of people of our exceptions, right? Well, also homophobes, right? There's a lot of people that want to add homophobes to this exception, right? That's so, the opposition to same-sex unions is so irrational and so hateful, right? Nothing but, the idea is some people think, well, nothing but hatred could motivate that. So that needs to be an exception. Right? Well, down the line, right, what's another group, right? Well, some people start saying, well, you know what? I think Islam is dangerous. Right? Now, partly there's a problem of slippery slope arguments here. Right? But partly there's this issue, right, that sometimes our absolute principles, especially our absolute freedoms, are there to protect us against the temptation, right, of misjudgment. Right? Sometimes they're there to correct a tendency to make bad exceptions. Right? And so once we start saying, well, it's bad to make anything too absolute or too uniform, that may not always be a restraint on excessive use of power. Sometimes it might take away the protections against excessive use of power.